So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So yeah, so yesterday we discussed about that all SQL Server concepts,
Mm-hmm.
and now we are going to proceed with the keywords. Today class we are going to cover the keywords, and commands, and constraints. Okay.
All right.
So before going to that, like you should supposed to be install this SQL Server Management Studio. This is Express
Mm-hmm.
Edition. It can be available at Microsoft website itself. You can directly download it. Otherwise, I
Mm-hmm.
can help you to download this, and which could not be more than 700 MB. So you can install it. So then, like you will get a tool box called SQL Server Management Studio.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just in order to open this, so see, I just close this. So in order to once you downloaded that, once you install this SQL Server Management Studio, so in order to see, this is Microsoft SQL Server 2012 Management Studio expression. I think you can see that.
Okay. Yes.
So generally SQL Server it's available from 2000 onwards. The version which is pretty old version 2000, and which doesn't have any updated keywords. But now the
Okay.
after that they just implemented 25 2005, then it came 28 2008, then 2012, then 2014. Now the updated version is 2017. So just make a
Okay.
note, like you, they might ask you in interviews, what is the advantages, what is the features, what are the added features in the advanced versions like 2012 or 2014 compared to 2018. 28 is the long and very basic, efficient SQL Server version. After that, they implemented and they added so many features into the 2012 and 2014. In interviews, they might ask you the difference, or else what is the difference between this version and that version. So that I can explain you while going forward. Okay.
Okay.
So in order to go to this, so you just go to the start button and just click that SQL Server Management Studio, which is a shortcut form as SSMS. So if you can search this,
Mm-hmm.
you are able to get this toolbox. So then you can directly open this. So currently I'm using for this session 2008 R2. 2008 is the basic version. Then afterwards, instead of going 2009 or 2010 like that, so they open version as 2008 R2 release 2. So they
Mm-hmm.
just added few basics of a few future added advantages. Then they release this version. See, if you open this SQL Server, you can get the pop-up as connect to the server. So any
Mm-hmm.
database, if you want to if you want to access, the database must be associated with the server. So
Okay.
either it could be the server is nothing but just assume the server is your machine PC, personal computer. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have installed a SQL server, you have own server. So that server, if I have access, then I can access your server. Then I can access and I can get the all tables and all information from your server. That is what
Mm-hmm.
happened in the real time. Like they'll create three servers like production, staging, and ETL, and all this testing QA. You might aware of all these things. So QA,
Yes.
you have one server, and production you have another server, but you have same replica of tables. If you done everything on QA, if the quality checks get completed, they will deploy or they will move the data to the production server.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So here, if you can see, this is the server name. So I'm just using my local server, so which is a shortcut form of dot, which represent your local host, local server. So, and also you have two authentications while accessing to your SQL server, Windows authentication or SQL authentication.
Mm-hmm.
So Windows authentication matlab like if you are accessing your server, so the credentials, what is your having username and password, default like what is your system password and username, it will acquire that credentials and it will log in. No need to give manually here. That's what this pop-up has become disabled. This next two checkboxes has disabled. Why? Because
Okay.
you're using towards Windows authentication. If you go SQL Server authentication, this will be enabled. Then, like it's a kind of most security things. Like you can generate your own user ID and password, and you
Mm-hmm.
can access this server. Okay. So since you
Mm-hmm.
are a developer, you don't need to worry about this, but it will be good if you have an idea about all these things. If they will provide the credentials, if anyone, like in going forward in your office, if they will provide your login ID password, don't use Windows authentication. Always better use SQL. Remember, there is another authentication called SQL authentication. Click this and generate the user ID and password. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So as of now, I'm proceeding with Windows, which is my laptop credentials. So I'll just use connect. So once you connected, you might have this left side topmost, like you have all this checkbox, which is called as a object explorer, which is describing all the things, database security, replication management, everything will be there. So since you are a developer, you should be aware of all this block. This is your work area,
Mm-hmm.
and rest of everything will take care by the administrator part. Okay. So now we are going
Okay.
to focus on this database part.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go with the new, if you want to start your coding, all those things, you have to go to the new window. New window is nothing but control and always the shortcut key, or else you can go with the new query.
Okay.
So if I click the new query, you will get the new window frame in order to write the queries.
Mm-hmm.
See, and Abdul, I'll just give you one quick question. Like, if you want to start with your, if you want to set your information into the tables, where all these tables will be located?
Database.
Correct, exactly, fine. Which means the hierarchy will be data. Data will be going to see. So the hierarchy will be like the least granularity will means data, right? So let me zoom it.
Mm-hmm.
So are you like you are able to see, right? No issues. Okay,
Yes, yes, I
so the
can see.
data, so then data to where the data will be existing, rows on
Rows and in columns. In rows and
column,
columns. Mm-hmm.
rows on columns. Then where this rows and columns will go,
In table.
yes, table. Then where the tables will be existing,
In database.
this is the hierarchy level of your data structure. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
you must, so in order to first we'll come to the you have the data, so you have the data means you have to uh, one second. So you have the data. In order to frame the data, you have to create the database first. The first step, the
Yes,
first
yes.
initial step is create the database. Okay,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
before that, on even before that, I'm just going to explain you like means keywords, right? Our first topic is keywords,
Mm-hmm.
na?
Mhm.
Keywords. So let's start with the keywords. Then you can come to know the actual commands. Uh, Keywords. So what are the keywords? Like since you are familiar with Oracle or some database,
Mhm.
what are the
Mhm.
keywords you used in your real time? Like any words, few words in SQL Server or else in Oracle.
Because select sticks from table one,
Correct.
where mhm.
Here, what I'm saying is here, whatever you are using, right? Select
Mhm.
from table one. So this means this is select means keyword.
Mhm.
From is a keyword.
Mhm.
Table is a keyword. So all these things, whatever you are getting in a blue color, something like the SQL Server
It
itself is
means
indicating you.
whatever is in predefined.
Correct. So if I
Mhm.
can use Abdul, which
It's
is
not a
not coming
keyword.
as correct.
Mhm.
Exactly. So there is like many thing update, delete. So if you forget like just one word, it will indicate you, hey, this is not proper keyword. So you can
Mhm.
use it.
Okay.
So etc etc. So all these things will become as a keywords.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we'll see. Oh yeah, fine. So we'll see next part as commands. Keywords is
Mhm.
nothing but just words. You will come to know while practicing the more queries. You will come to know what are the keywords. Next part is commands. Then we'll come to the picture now. So if this is the commands. So if like in order to go with the table, all these things like just now we were discussing about this topic, data, rows, columns, tables. So first you should supposed to create the database, then you should supposed to create the table. Under the table you have rows and columns, then you can inject the data. Correct. So first, in order to do all these things, you must have to create the database. Correct now. So in order
Absolutely.
to
Yes.
yes. So before going to that, I'll tell you one thing. SQL is very friendly language. There is no rocket science. There is no Chinese, Japanese. There is no kind of machine learning language. It's very
Mhm.
pretty similar the one which you are frequently communicating.
Mhm.
So what you have to create? What you have to create?
And database.
Correct. What you are doing? Creating. So which means nothing but create. What you are going to create?
Database.
Database.
Mhm.
So you are creating
Then the name.
database.
Then
Yes,
then the
you
name
should
of the
give me
database.
the name. So
Mhm.
practice. So this is my name. I'm giving a database name as practice. Correct.
Okay.
So now you
Mhm.
got it. See, do create kar do like it's a database. What you have to do? Database I have to create. Then it's a practice. My name is
Mhm.
practice. Database name is practice. Then
Okay.
just select it. So before going to that, we'll see this is the in your leftmost corner you can see available databases. So you can in the drop down you can see what are the databases is available. Got
Okay.
it. So have
Mhm.
you seen practice here?
Yes, I can see.
Where
Mhm. It
where
means
is
the
the
one
practice?
database has been created already. I would not be able to create a database with the
So,
same name.
so there is no practice. There is no database name called practice here. Correct now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me create them. So I'll create database practice. So it's executing the query. So if it is getting success, you can get the like a message called execute query executed successfully.
Data access.
Yes.
Yes.
If if I can just drop down, so I can see my I just created my practice.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yes.
See,
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing but each database is nothing but you have multiple boxes. you have red color box, you have white color box, you have black color box. You have to
Mm-hmm.
dump all red color balls into the red color box, the same black with the black and white with the white. So then like that, so if you see all this is a databases will assume there is a box like from that flow. So if you want to use white color box to do some operation, you're picking the white color box and you're doing some operation. Like that, if I want to do some operations on one database, then I can pick that database, then I can do my operations. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which means if I'm going to use my database, then I can first select my database, then I can start my operations.
Okay.
Mean if I want to use the database, so I have to write a command. So I
Okay.
already told the answer. How to use the database, like how to select the database, you can just write use. See, if you just type this, it will automatically will give the
Use practice.
precautions.
Mm-hmm.
Practice. Select, execute. If I can
There's no
execute,
semicolon needed.
not needed. That is for
Okay.
Oracle, I guess. See, nothing, man.
Uh-huh.
No need to do anything. Even see, this is
Mm-hmm.
what SQL is very friendly language. You can do like this. You can
Mm-hmm.
execute. It will take. Okay. If there is no uppercase statement there,
Mm-hmm.
P RACTICE practice. There is no case sensitive. SQL will never care about all those activities. It will take.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
what it's like. You can. It's a flexibility. You can do it in any manner.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just selected. So did you observe one thing? If I selected here, your DB name got changed, which means you are under the practice location.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So then you can come to know, okay, under which database I am currently working. Then you can able to see. Okay,
All right.
okay, make sense till now?
Oh, yes.
Okay, then we'll move to the command. So what is meant by command actually?
Command is a specific keywords we can use to perform specific operations like I guess select is a command, update is a command, create is it's a command,
Correct.
delete is a command,
Correct.
truncate it's a command.
Correct. So which means,
Mhm.
so as you told, it's a specific, it's a specific operation. It is a keyword to perform the specific operation. We are using
Yeah,
that
the
word and we are
keywords and
performing.
commands.
Correct. So we are using that operations here. What we are doing specific operation means. So there is a three types of commands in the SQL Server. Just just make it like I'm just noting down. You can save it and I'll forward this sheet to later. So we have DDL command,
Mm-hmm.
DDL command, which means
Mm-hmm.
what is meant by DDL?
Data
Have you
definition language.
correct?
Yes, all the command which is used to create a data or define a data is come under the DDL.
Exactly. So DDL definition. I'll tell you later. So what is mean by definition? A definition मतलब क्या है? So what is mean by definition?
It means to define something, to create something. In the initial state,
Exactly.
we Mhm.
You almost reached the answer. So create something, which means, so
Yes.
see, now we define this. Now we define database here. So we created the
Mhm.
database. We are using the database. The next step is
Mhm.
you have to create the table. Create like see, in order to dump the information into the table, first you should have some table. You should have to create the table. Then only you can insert the data and you can do whatever it is. But a table
Mhm.
must should be created right now.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's what. So everything, whatever, remember one thing, keep in your mind, if DDL everything related to your table level, it will never deal
Mhm.
anything about your data level, which means
Mhm.
you have create, there is a three commands, four command, alter, drop,
Mhm.
truncate. There is a three, four commands which is sitting under the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
DDL. So what is mean? See what is mean by create? Like you are as you
It,
told. First of all, we need to
it
create
means
the
DDL means we can work on the structure of the table. How many field in the table? How to define it? How to create it? Structure of the table. It means creation, deletion, updation. Uh, similarly,
database.
truncate. Yes.
Yes. So which
Mm-hmm.
means structure level. So you whatever your DDL will be, it will never allow the data level. It will be everything on your upper level, which means table level. So we can go
Yeah.
with the create statement.
Mm-hmm.
So I already
Mm-hmm.
told you SQL is a very friendly manner. So you should supposed to be very usually friendly language. So what here we did, we created create database database name. Tell me the same thing if
Yes.
you want to create table.
Create table name.
Create table name. We are familiar. It's very popular. We'll go with the employee table.
Yes.
Employee.
Mm-hmm.
Then so you have a table. Then what is mean by table? After the table, it's a combination of rows and columns. Correct now. So you must
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be define the columns.
Mm-hmm.
So ID employee ID. I have ID.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, any guess if you're aware?
Employee ID, employee name.
Okay. Employee name, salary.
Hi. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Fine. So now
Yes.
we see if I created a table man. So just assume I
Have you
created.
have you put it all these three names in parentheses?
Yes, yes, it's
Okay.
required. Parenthesis is required, which means after table. See, if I remove the parenthesis, there is no meaning of what is table name and
Yes.
what is column name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Then assume one thing. Assume one
Mm-hmm.
thing. So now I created a table ID, employee name, salary. So will I insert if I insert in the column of ID if I can insert Abdul,
Mm-hmm.
will it take? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm asking you, I have a column like ID. You have created a
Mm-hmm.
table employee ID. Correct now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
under that ID, if I insert a value called Abdul,
Mm-hmm.
does it two questions? Will it take or else will it accept? And one more question is, does it make sense?
Yeah. So my answer is ID. It seems like a numeric value. First of all, I need to define the variable type. ID. It's not a varchar. Name it come is under varchar. ID in the numeric value. It come under number. Similarly, salary come under number or numeric value. So first of all, I need to define the variable type. What kind of field we have? It means roll number. It's always in numeric. Numeric. You cannot say roll number is Abdul or any other name. Okay. So here we need to define the variable type or field type. What kind of field it is.
Perfect, man. Perfect. Awesome. Nice answer. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
So if the answer is like if you have ID and you are defining like you are inserting Abdul, it will
Mhm.
SQL will allows, but you should supposed to inform to SQL, hey, this column name is ID. If someone, if some idiots will insert a names call some other names character, you should
Mhm.
not supposed to allow it. Then how you are
Yes.
informing to your how you are going to inform that to your SQL Server means it's a variable type. Like since you told a variable type, the same thing we are calling as a data
Mhm.
types. So we have
Mhm.
before that we are going to discuss about. That's what I'm not directly going to that part. I'm just explaining when that part will come to the picture. So
Mhm.
data types. As the
Mhm.
name indicates, what is mean by data type? What is mean by data type?
What kind of data is.
What type of data you are going to insert into your tables,
Mhm.
that
In table.
which indicates
Mhm.
what type of data you are going to insert in your tables. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. So
Mm-hmm.
before keywords, you have to know about the data types. So we
Mm-hmm.
have, if suppose you told now, if you have to insert the numerical,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to insert the numerical, you have to insert the integers. So integer means
Yes.
nothing but I can use int.
Mm-hmm.
For numerical, I can insert the int, and
Mm-hmm.
for character, character. For character, I can use char var, and here is the syntax is size. I'm just directly
Okay.
explaining the examples. You can convert it to
Mm-hmm.
the syntax in var.
Mm-hmm.
You should supposed to inform the size. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this is character.
Correct.
And if I
Mm-hmm.
want to insert along with numbers, I have decimals. So for decimals, you can use a data type call or else a variable type float.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you 1.0, 2.0, all these things. And if I want to insert the money, you have uh, you have another data type called money data type. So then it will why money will come to the picture. What is the difference between int and money? So if you're inserting 100, if it is an integer, so it will be load as 100 only. If you're inserting as 100 as money, then it will come as a denomination 100 rupees 0 paise, like that.
Okay.
Then the most important is date. If you want to use any date, if you are inserting any date of joining, date of ending, all these things, you have
We can
data type
use
called date
date.
type.
Mhm.
Okay, so this
Okay.
is the
Yeah.
five major important data types which we are using here.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me now, in this scenario, you should supposed to give me the data type here. So you are defining column name. The next thing you have to define the data type here while creating the table. Now you tell me
Yes.
what data type will suit here. Employee ID,
In
perfect. Then employee name,
where care and the
exactly. You can
size.
go with the
Yeah.
char, var and worker. I'll tell you what is the
Yeah.
difference between those three. Var size. So let me give. So I might think, okay, none of the employees would never having size more than 50,
Yes.
50 characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Salary should be related to some money. So I can use money.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a perfect table. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I just created this, and also before going to that, I'll show here. So we created the database called practice. This is your database, correct? So if you expand it, you have an option called tables.
Mm-hmm.
So which means whatever tables you created, you can able to see here.
Okay.
So there is no tables. So once I create it, let me create this. Created.
Mm-hmm.
So what happen if I create? If I execute it again? Any guess?
Yeah, I guess it would tell that the table has already been executed.
Exactly, man. Very nice. There is an object called
Yeah.
employee in this database. So then remember why I'm asking. Then they might ask you, in one database you should not create the same table multiple times.
Yes.
So let me refresh this table section. Employee, you got the table name, and you can expand this
Employee.
columns. See, this is my columns. Got
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yes.
So the next, we'll go to the next one. So you have to alter. See, if you have an house, just treat the table as a house. So you are having three rooms, and you are going to add another room. Like you just want to add one more room along with the three rooms. What you can call, like if
Mm-hmm.
anyone asking, hey, what you are doing in your home means you can tell some alteration is going on. Correct, na?
Mm-hmm.
So if anything renovation alteration is going on, you would have to tell to the someone like that. If already existing table, if they want to modify something, so they should use a command called alter. Alter is nothing but which is already existing table. If you want to do some, if you want to add the column, if you want to modify the column size, so you can do
Mm-hmm.
the alter.
Alter
So
command. Yes.
correct. So if so my requirement is I just want to add the another column. Suppose I created ID, name, salary. I just want to
Mm-hmm.
add the another column called date of joining when
Mm-hmm.
that employee has joined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me then I should suppose I should not create, I should not use create. Why? Because it's already existing table. Alter
Okay.
table. What you are going to do? You are going to alter the
Table.
table.
Mm-hmm.
Employee. So what you are going to do?
Add another column.
Correct. So which use add, what you are going to do? Column. So
Yeah.
date of
Column name.
joining, column name.
Mm-hmm.
What is the data
And
type?
the
Date,
date.
data type. Perfect. That's it. So just so what
Mm-hmm.
is the syntax? Alter table, table name, add column name, data type. That's it.
Mm. What is the
Sorry.
difference between the keywords and commands? Because I was told that the alter it's a keywords. Also, it's acting like a command. So, what is the difference between these two words, keywords and commands?
No, the thing is set of keywords will form as a one command. So I could not only using alter, I could not perform
Okay.
any command. Like I could not perform any
Can't
action.
can't
I
we
can't.
say alter it's a command? Can't we say alter is
No,
a
alter is
command?
a
Can't
keyword.
we say?
No, alter is a keyword. Only alter
Okay.
is a keyword. By using alter, you are framing this statement. Now, general terminology. By using alter, you can form this statement. See, my name is Abdul. Here, my name
Mm-hmm.
is Abdul is a statement. Name is
Mm-hmm.
a word. So you should not call a name as a statement. Sometimes name will be the statement. You can only use name sometimes as a statement, but that will be not called as a statement. It will not. It's a meaningless. It has to come as a group
Okay.
of words. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
alter also it's a keyword. Table is a keyword. Add is a keyword. Date time is a keyword. If you form all these things, then only it will be as a command.
All right, all
Okay.
right. It means alter it's a keyword, but alter table employee add DOZ date time. If we take entire sentence, then we can say it's a command.
Correct. Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
let me add this. So I just added the column. So let
Hmm.
me refresh it. So I just refreshed and I'll go to the columns. See, I got
Yes.
data DOJ, data of
Hmm.
joining as. And you can use by alter, you can do either you can add the column or else you can modify the size of existing column, which means suppose just I have a name called which is a length of 60. The employee
Hmm.
name length will be 60. If you want to insert, so will it accept? No. Why? Because your size is 50.
50. Yes.
So you should not supposed to insert. So you have to increase the size. Means tell me the command. They're just
Alter table
counting the
employee.
varchar size. Alter,
Mm-hmm.
then
Table table
table,
employee,
then
then employee name.
no. What is the next? Should I use add?
No, we cannot use add. We can use
What?
something like alter or change, but I don't know what is the
Exactly.
exact
So you can use
keywords.
alter only. Why? Because you're
Okay.
already using existing column.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're already doing existing column. You're changing the existing column size. Then I can do this. So I'll just use
Okay.
100.
Mm-hmm.
So what you are going to do? Alter. What is this?
Column name. It's employee name.
Column. So just
Mm-hmm.
remember this. So you have to
Alter
like
column.
one thing
Okay.
you need to keep in your mind. After alter, there should be one object should come either table either column. But here see after add you should not no need to specify column name. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So let me add alter it. See my size got reflected.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then drop. So which means I don't want this table. I just want to collapse this table. Then I can use drop table employee. So if I can execute this, let me refresh. There is no table.
Yeah. Table has been deleted.
Yes, so like that. So let me recreate. Why? Because we need
Mm-hmm.
to insert the records.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay. So the next command is data truncate. I'll tell you later. So the next
Okay.
command is data DDL we have done and
Data
DML.
manipulation language. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yesterday also one of my student has placed Abdul. He placed in Cognizant with the 3 years of
Mm-hmm.
experience in only SQL Server.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking, and they were
Okay.
asking like, I want to get the last between next highest salary from my table. So they might ask. So keep in your mind this question. We'll discuss it
Mm-hmm.
later. So, but
Okay.
if you are well known about this Oracle, you can try it. They want
Mm-hmm.
last next salary from the table,
Mm-hmm.
which means least before salary. How you
Yes.
get that? Any idea?
Yeah, we run the commands, select sticks, table
No.
name, then we can put some condition like salary is greater than, because we
Okay.
don't know the exact command name, that's why.
That's fine.
But
That's fine. See, that's fine. No
Mhm,
issues. So I'm just asking. This is more than enough to proceed further.
mhm.
So you
Because
can
I
get
did
the
it while I was in study.
so
Mhm, mhm,
the second like least before salary means first you should know about the least salary. Then you can get the
mhm.
next of the least salary. That's it. That is fine. So I'll
Okay.
give you the
Mhm,
like apart from SQL Server, I'll give you the answer. What you can do now?
mhm,
Take the least salary. You have a 10 records. Take the
mhm,
least salary. So apart from least salary, you have 9 records. From that you can get the max. From that you can get the least salary.
mhm.
You getting?
Yes.
You have 10 records. Your 10th record is the least. Then remove the 10th record. Then you have 9 records. From that you can get the least.
Yes. Correct.
That we can achieve through the SQL queries later. It will be very nice, interesting questions. After while going
Mhm.
forward, once you completed this theoretical, I'll give you most
Mhm.
things. So how many A's? They might ask you, Abdul, Hanan, how many A will be existing in your letter, in your name? They want you.
Mhm.
They might ask you to give me the number of A's will be existing in your name by using SQL Server.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
can get all these things. It will be very nice. Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll go to the DML. Like you have like it's everything related to data insert. So how to insert the data, delete, how to delete the data, sorry, how to update the data, then it will come as a delete.
Mhm.
How to update the
All
data.
these command will work on data, not the
Everything
structure of the
related to
table.
data. It will not be anything
Yes.
on table level.
Mhm.
So let's see the command. So how to write, so what you are doing, you are inserting. Insert, where you are
Insert
inserting,
table.
where your table. So insert into,
Okay. Mhm. Insert into
then
and table name
correct.
employee.
Have
Employee.
you have you seen any MPLOYE? Have you seen any difference? See, keep in your mind if you are using alter, you should use the next keyword which
The
should be
table.
any object like
Mhm.
table or column. But if you are using any
Mhm.
insert into, you should not supposed to specify the table name. Sorry, table
Mhm.
keyword. Directly you can use the table. Okay,
Yes. Mhm.
insert into table name, and you should define the columns. What are the columns? ID, EMP name, salary,
Mhm.
DOJ. So you are
Mhm.
inserting values. Values
Mhm.
100 Abdul
Mhm. Mhm.
and 300,000 and
Mhm.
I join on 01 2019.
Mhm.
So if you selected like this, you just select all these things. One row. How many rows are you inserting? You will get one row
One row.
is
Mhm.
yes, exactly. Okay, so
Yes.
then you are like your salary got increased, so just assume you have a employee table, then your like your employee uh, you have a data like you want to modify the existing records, you can go to the update command. Can you help me to
Mhm.
frame this query? Update,
Yes. Update into.
not into,
Okay. Update.
exactly you
Okay.
should
Okay.
tell
Okay.
the
Update
update table.
employee.
What you want, I
And,
just want to change your salary from 3000 to 4000.
mhm.
So,
And
which means
then
you have to use your keyword called your set, which you are updating. Set my salary, which means
okay.
update
Set.
table name, set
Mhm.
column name. Which column you are going to do? Salary
Mhm.
equal to 4000.
Okay.
Got it? So,
Yes.
update table name,
Mhm.
set
Set.
salary like column name equal to
Mhm.
value. So,
Mhm.
if I just do this, it will update the records. See, there is one difficult, like one thing you should supposed to remember in this part. How
Mhm.
many records are there in my table currently?
One record.
One record. So you're doing update table name set salary equal to value. How many records will impact?
Only one record.
Just assume, give me the answer. So if I have five records in this table, if I do the same update statement, how many records will impact?
I think if you do the same transaction, it will affect all the records because there is not
Correct.
specify which ID or which name.
Perfect. Perfect. That is what I need. So you should suppose you don't want to update all the records. You should want very specific records. Then you can go with the where clause, which means condition where
Mm.
you can give any ID
Where id
equal
equal
to
id equal to 100.
100. That's it. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can just do this by looking here, like how many records are updated, you can come to know here. One row got affected.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yes.
I just want to remove this record. I don't want to be existing this record. Then I can do delete, delete statement, delete
Mm-hmm. Delete
from
from. Okay.
employee.
Employee.
That's it. Delete from table name. You
Mm-hmm.
can delete this. It will delete entire records.
Mm-hmm. So all the record which exist in the same table will be deleted.
So here one more question. So if I have 10 records, if I do delete from table name, it will do how many records will go?
All the records.
Correct. I don't want to be delete all the records. I want very particular records means the same I can
It
use.
means where we need to put condition where id equal to 100, then it
Correct.
will
If
delete
I if
only
I
one record
execute okay, if I execute this, oh sorry.
because it's id. Mm-hmm.
So what happened now?
Mm-hmm.
Zero records got infected. Why? Because that record was already got deleted. Correct now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then you can see here you have another table like now we can see the DDL truncate, which means the command is truncate table table name. So if I can execute this, this will also be remove the all records from the table.
Okay.
So then the very important question, and they might ask you, not they might, they will ask at any time, then what is the difference between this and that? I think you are aware of this. Delete from table name, truncate table name. What is the difference? Both will do the same operation. Both will remove the records.
Truncate, it comes in the DDL. I guess if we perform truncate, if we perform operation using truncate command, it will delete all the record, all the rows and columns. But if we perform delete, we can put some condition, like where id equal to 100, where id equal to 200, and it will delete the specific record.
That is one.
But
That
I'm
is
not
one
sure.
difference. That is one difference.
Mhm.
Good. That is one difference. So I'm asking truncate table name, delete from table name without where class. Then both will do the same operation, right?
Mhm.
So
Because
now you see.
I have a doubt. Before truncate, we got to know about the drop command. When we use the drop command, it will delete the structure of the table. It will delete the entire table. It means that there would be no table. Uh, okay, but if you perform the truncate command, would that be delete the table or would that be delete the data? Because truncate is part of the DDL, not a part of the DML.
Perfect. So truncate is nothing but so it's a part of DDL. It will be
Mm-hmm.
related to table level, but
Mm-hmm.
the truncate will vanish. It will not. It will never care about anything what existing on your table. It will never anything about. It will never care about anything on your table. It will just vanish entire thing, either data, whatever it is. It will vanish everything, and it will keep your table clean.
The same thing
The
will do
delete,
drop command. So what is the difference between the drop and truncate? Because
if
if
you
you
are
perform the
dropping
drop,
this, the
mm-hmm.
table will never exist next time. So which means if you are dropping this table, which means I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you one thing. You have a room, a 1 BHK. So you are
Mm-hmm.
dropping means you're just entirely blast that room, and next time that there is no room in this in that place.
Mm-hmm.
The truncate means whatever if the persons are existing, if the things are existing in the room, It will
Hmm.
clean everything, but the room is existing. Got it?
Okay.
1 second. So if I'll do one thing,
Yeah, got.
I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm inserting one row,
Mm-hmm.
so if I do truncate, so before going to that, there is another command what we have. So just let me complete that also. DQL command. DDL, DML, DQL.
Data query
Which
language.
means-
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Which means there is only one command called select.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do select,
Asterisk from table name.
select column names, or else if you want to select all the columns, you can use star from
Mm-hmm.
table name. See, if I select it, what happened? So I got the records.
Yes.
So your question is, if I want to truncate the table,
Mm-hmm.
so if I let me select again, you there is no records, but you
Okay.
have a table, correct? So let me
Okay.
drop this.
But if you yeah, drop command, it means it will delete all the structure
Let
of
me
the
select
table.
this. Let me select this. There is no table,
Okay. Okay.
which
But
means
what is the difference between delete and truncate in that case?
then I'll tell you. Good question. So which means delete. If you have a delete command, you're using delete means ideally just think if you're deleting some records, you can, if you want to take it back, you can use the rollback option. If suppose I deleted 100 records, this record, I just want to get
Mm-hmm.
back that, you can do that in delete. But if you
Okay.
truncate, you should not supposed to get back those records. So if you delete every time, there should be these records will be going to backup. Whenever you want to take it back, you can take it. But if you are using
Okay.
truncate, you should not supposed to that. The records will be going to permanent delete.
Okay. Okay.
So
That
so
means when we
just
use.
remember,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
delete means it will be going to existing in the recycle bin. You can restore it, but in permanent
Mm-hmm.
shift, that's it.
In case of
Permanent.
truncate, we cannot restore. We cannot take it as a backup.
Correct. You cannot take it back up. That is
Mm-hmm.
the two definitions, man. Keep in mind what is the difference between truncate and delete. If they might ask, the first
Mm-hmm.
definition you said, you can use where clause. I want to delete particular records. You can delete it, but that option, like condition option, is not there in truncate. It will vanish everything. The second definition
Mm-hmm.
is second difference is you can get back. You can get back the records if you want to take if you want to back up that records. Like if you want to get back those records, you can take it back
Okay.
by using delete. But truncate, if you use, there is no, you will not get back those records what you deleted, what you
All
removed.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is the
Yes.
command. This is the commands. Like you have today, we learnt about these three things, like keywords and commands and data types. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give you overview. Keywords is nothing but, so what are the words we are using to frame the statements? We are using
Mm-hmm.
keywords. And
Mm-hmm.
data types is nothing but what type of data you are going to insert your table, which inform to your SQL. You are informing to your SQL, hey, I'm inserting this type of data. So if someone
Mm-hmm.
inserting, I'll give you. So what is the use of this one? So let me insert this. So let
Mm-hmm.
me insert. What happened? So it will not allow. So let me create it. We drop this table now.
Mm-hmm.
See, conversion failed when converting varchar value to the data type int. You're defining value as int, but you're inserting a value called varchar. How it will accept? It will not
Mm-hmm.
accept.
Mm-hmm.
It is just
Mm-hmm.
kind of precaution. You created a table, man. You created the table and you left from the office, and the other person came and he just want to insert the records. He doesn't know what type of data. So if by mistake
Mm-hmm.
he inserted the value, it will give the precaution.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a very
Okay.
use of data types.
Okay.
And I'll tell you last thing. What? So we have three things: varchar, varchar, varchar. So what is why we are you having three type of data types in the character? So what is the difference? They might ask you what is the difference char and varchar. Have you aware of? You have any idea on that?
I guess in varchar we can use the size more size than char. Varchar we can put more than hundreds
Okay.
size, but in char it
Okay.
is not possible. But I'm not sure
Limited.
about it.
Okay, that's fine. Makes sense. See, that is good. A good difference. So char is a limited size. Varchar is nothing but variable character.
Mm-hmm.
Variable character. VAR matlab variable. CHAR means character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's a varchar. So nothing but so why we are using varchar variable character means just assume you are defining 50 characters. You are allocating space as 50 characters, 50 KB,
Mm-hmm.
and you are
Mm-hmm.
inserting a word called Abdul, ABDUL, 5 characters.
Mm-hmm.
So what about so see nothing but I'll tell you you have a data card, you have a pen drive which is size of 1 GB, and
Mm-hmm.
just think you're just copying 500 MB files into the pen drive. What is the
Mm-hmm.
free space? Another you have a 500 MB, you have a free space. If
Mm-hmm.
you assume if you're using character, you should not supposed to use that 500 MB for another operation, which means you're allocating 50 characters, but you're inserting only 5 characters. The rest of 45 characters will be useless, will be allocated like that only.
Mm-hmm.
But variable
Okay.
character,
Okay.
what is the most added advantage for variable character means you are allocating size 50 characters and you're inserting 5 characters Abdul. Remaining 4
Mm-hmm.
characters will be free means it can be used by the other operations.
Mm-hmm. It will not
Okay.
occupy space.
It will release like it will very flexible. Hey, chhod do. Fine.
Mm.
I'm
But in
using 5
case of
characters.
char, if we but in case of
Sorry.
char, if we define 20 character and we only put 5 character, in that case, even in that case, they will occupy 20 space of 20 character.
Yes, it will occupy the space. Where it will occupy the space of 20 characters, but you are inserted 5 characters, remaining 15 characters size, it will be free. It will make it
Mm-hmm.
free. It will
Mm-hmm.
it will allow to use the next operations.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
varchar it will never release the memory. It will consume the memory. It will hold that memory, whatever you allocated.
Okay. No, no. Now,
So
char hold the memory.
correct. Char will hold the memory and whatever see
Yes.
char whatever you allocated that memory it will hold. It will never release for the if it is
Yes.
free.
Mm-hmm.
But
Correct.
varchar if it
Mm-hmm.
is free then it will release the memory.
Oh, yes. All right. Mm-hmm.
And n
Okay.
varchar. What do you mean by n varchar? Varchar and n varchar. So varchar
Mm-hmm.
will accept only alpha numerical value. Along with the alphanumeric, nvarchar will allows other language like you can't supposed to insert Chinese, Japanese, all these other languages other rather than English. You should not supposed to insert into the varchar data type. But see, I see the tables which they have all Thai language, Hong Kong language. Like I can see these records also. I can see the entries also.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
in real time.
I can't get in varchar.
If you
I
define
couldn't get
varchar,
it.
if you define varchar as employee name, suppose just assume. So
Mm-hmm.
your name, just assume you are working in Gulf project, UAE.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Mm-hmm.
they have the machines which they can insert the data in the Arabic, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
can
Mm-hmm.
insert the characters like if they type ABDUL, it will automatically
Mm-hmm.
convert that Abdul in the form of Arabic. So
Mm-hmm.
then they will insert that letters into that in the table. If you define
Mm-hmm.
varchar, your worker will never allow the data which rather than English. Other than
Okay.
English, will never allow the data. It will throw an
Mm-hmm.
error.
Okay.
But
All right.
environment
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello.
Whatever other than English, if you are using, the behavior is same. It will. Hello,
Yes, and
hello.
I was losing your voice, but now I'm getting. Hello.
Okay, fine. So does it make sense, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is your data type. This is your commands. So create, alter, drop, truncate. So insert, delete, update. So here you learned about what is the difference between truncate and delete, the most important question, and what is the difference
Hmm.
between char and worker, another important questions. That these make a note and keep in your mind these two questions. So it might help you
Hmm.
on interview part. Okay.
Okay.
See, my sessions will be mainly focusing on throwing on to crack the interviews. It's not like kind of you gain the knowledge. See, you can gain the knowledge. You can see if you can just check the difference between care and work and in Google, you can better understand. But
Okay.
how they will ask in
Hmm.
interviews, that part I can help you. So my main
Hmm.
motto, my main intention is you have to crack the interviews. Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay.
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 All
Any
right.
questions, Abdul?
No, I think all the things
Okay.
has cleared. Hmm.
Fine. Have a nice day. We'll meet you tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.